So, first off, I guess, how are you today?
I'm pretty good. I've been kind of excited. This has kind of been like the first interview I've ever really done, so
Yeah.
we're kind of eager to
It's kind
see
of
how it turns out.
yeah, it's kind of unusual for like this type of thing to be done in the community, I guess. I just thought it
Yeah,
was a good
but it's
idea.
cool.
I just thought it was a good
It's
idea.
cool though.
So yeah. So of course, getting into like the first main type of question, when did you start playing the game, and who was the person who introduced you to it?
Well, when I really started playing it was around, I believe, around 2.1. Although I had known about the game for a lot longer than that, due to some of my friends at school having the game on their tablet and playing it at school, and I was like, oh yeah, this looks cool.
Yeah.
And I think that was around like mid to late 2.0.
Yeah, I actually joined like I actually joined like late 2018, so I'm still pretty new to the game.
Yeah, I've been around since like 2017. I'm pretty sure, like May 2017.
It's a while. So yeah, so I guess like first like another question now would be what is your like some of your favorite levels of all time?
Ooh, so you see, this has been a thing that it changes from level to level. Whenever I beat a new level, like originally it was like, oh, in Silico is really cool, to, oh, I really love Game Time, to, oh, I really love Butiti 2, to, oh, I really love Aku.
Yeah.
Personally, I would say Butiti 2 is my #1 favorite level, followed by Game Time and Aku. Just because, I don't know, it's really hard to find hard levels that are fun, especially in terms of extreme demons.
Yeah, that's true.
So, when I had a lot of fun with Aku, I was like, oh yeah, this is a great level then, because it's really hard to find an easy fun extreme demon, because they're all the ones I've tried, there's been at least something wrong with them.
Yeah, and the sync on it's really good, so... Yeah,
yeah, the decoration's amazing.
Yeah, it's simple, but I think it's just like a really effective with the way the colors are used in it.
Yeah,
because you can.
I was actually planning on making a level review on Aku. Still currently working on it.
Yeah, that'd be pretty interesting, I think. So, who are your favorite creators in the game, or some of your favorite creators in the game?
Personally, for me, I would say Jonathan GD would definitely be up there. Dansman is also up there, which I feel like might be somewhat of a hot take, because I know Dansman for some reason gets kind of negative reception for whatever reason.
Levels are just a bit too generic, like not generic, but like they're just. I feel like they're just like very the same. Like they always just seem to like repeat each other sometimes.
I can see that, although I think it's weird because it's like he had a style and then he changed it up to a new style afterwards. Like he had like like the style used in like Slap Squads 1 and 2 and Wild West.
Yeah.
Like the boss fights, like.
Yeah.
And then he swapped over to a sort of new style,
like a monochrome style.
Yeah, with like Despacito, MG, OWO, and all that.
I think he is like a really good creator, and he's also like, I feel like he's very versatile with the editor because he can do a lot with it. But I feel like sometimes he doesn't try as hard as he probably could, or he doesn't put as much effort into his levels because like some of them just look unfinished a lot of the time. Like his part in Tantrum, it was pretty empty.
I will say that part was kind of eh.
Yeah, it was pretty empty, so I didn't really like it as much as his other stuff, and it looked promising from like the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, when I first saw what he'd made, it looked pretty promising, and then like when it was like released, it was just like very under. It wasn't as good.
Yeah,
as
I remember. I was looking forward to it. It was like, oh yeah, Dansman, easy extreme demon sounds cool, and then I played it first time. I'm like,
Yeah, they changed
this
the
gameplay.
Yeah, they changed the gameplay a bit, and it was like, I don't really like it as much anymore.
Yep, exactly. So that's part of the reason why I never really played it, because I just they added like weird like air clicks in the robot before the drop. I'm like, why?
They were like there were really weird micro clicks, and I didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, who would you say is like an up-and-coming creator or even player that you hope gets more attention for like stuff they've done in the community and whatnot, like content creator even?
Okay, so this is an interesting one. There are several people I've seen in the G community who've made really cool levels. For instance, I have this friend named Bendy Kid who actually makes some pretty cool levels, but he only ever got one of them rated. He made a sequel to it that like got a bunch of sends, but never got rated for whatever reason. Alright, I guess joining that series is called Five Nights. Essentially a Five Nights at Freddy's style levels, and they were pretty cool.
Yeah.
In terms of content creators, I can't really think of anyone right now, but I'm willing to bet I could come up with some people. I know there are several people I've seen in the G community who make really cool videos, but just aren't really noticed.
Yeah. So
I mean, I could technically be classified as that somewhat,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't want to view it like that. It's weird. It's like I'm right in the middle. I'm like somewhat popular, but at the same time not popular. It's weird.
It's like you're kind of like known by a few people, but it's not like the point of like where like your name is like passed around the community and you're not like known
Yeah.
by tons of people. Yeah.
Yeah. But I know there's this one guy who would make a bunch of like documentaries on stuff. He made like a level documentary on Death Corridor.
Walk?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Death
Yeah,
Walk.
I'm not sure if he has blown up yet, but if he hasn't, I would definitely say him. Because from what I've seen, he makes some really good content.
Let me check. Hold on. I think it was. Yeah, Nork Walk it was.
Yeah, he really deserves a lot of attention. Yeah, like he literally reminds me of like a modern day C, I guess you could say.
Yeah, with
In terms
like
of,
a
like-
lot more technical editing and stuff like that. Like it's more. It looks more
Yeah.
professional. I'm not saying that C wasn't, but like the way it's all like scripted and it just flows a lot better, I think, than C.
Yeah.
So yeah, if it was like going on again, if there was one thing you could say to like yourself when you started playing Geometry Dash, what would you say?
I would definitely say, don't make fireflies.
Yeah.
That was a joke. I'm kidding. What I'd truly say would just be simply, I don't know, because, like, here's the thing, like, that would imply I would want to change something about how my G career's gone. And personally looking back, I can't really say I would want anything to have gone differently, because, like, the thing is, for me personally, really everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
In terms of, like, whether or not, like, if you made a mistake, well, you made the mistake, you've now learned from that, and you know not to do that again. So, it's a good thing that mistake happened. So, for instance, like, let's take that Fireflies thing, for example. I guess I should give them context for that. I made a level that was based on Glide by Kron44,
Yeah.
and I took the deco from that level.
Oh.
It wasn't meant to be a serious level.
Yeah.
My main problem was that I was stupid and literally gave no credit,
Oh
which
no.
Kron understandably became upset about.
Yeah.
The result was that I took down my video, which he was really the only thing he wanted, but I also went back and added credit into the actual level itself, which he never asked for. I just felt really bad. But people still freaking bug me about it to this day.
Oh yeah. Like
But
they keep
I
just like
would
going
say-
on like, hey, do you remember that time when like you stole this guy's deco?
Yeah, no, legitimately. I made a tweet where I was just like, man, I wish the world would be so much better if Fortnite never existed. And someone just retweeted it saying, wahaha, take my internet points. And they replied to it saying, wait, isn't this the guy who stole Glide or Lamau?
Oh,
And I'm like,
no.
but personally, I still view it as like learning experience because, you know, I just made it as like a fun project. Now I'm taken seriously. So from my perspective, I was, fine. I just never thought about how other people might have viewed the level. Like, some people might have taken it like, oh, you're legitimately thinking you're so smart by like stealing his level or something.
Yeah. That's the GD community's mentality. They just think, yeah.
I mean, I can't really blame him. I never really said anything about.
Yeah.
The only improv place I said when I was serious was in the description of my video, but
people rarely
even
check
then, like,
that.
I still didn't give really any credit. I think I only mentioned Glide in the description of my video and the description of the level. I never mentioned it in the video or in the level itself. So yeah, that was a big problem for me.
Yeah, it's like a thing like you wish you never did, is like...
Yeah, but here's the thing, again, it was a learning experience, so I can't really say I wish it never happened, because, you know, I learned from it. But at the same time, like, I don't know, it's around the middle. It's like, sure, you wish it could have never happened, but you also learned something from it, so you know you'll never make that mistake again, whereas if it never happened, who knows, you might have just done that exact same mistake, both at different level and a different creator.
Yeah. Okay, so going on again, has there ever been a time where you've just thought about quitting the game? Like, just for leaving the community and everything?
Oh man, so there's actually been a couple times where I've, you know, where I've like made a video saying, "Oh, I'm like leaving GD for a bit or
Yeah.
a while or whatever." Like, I remember back in the day, I was like trying so desperately to get a rated level, and like my levels weren't even that good. They literally looked like somewhat better early 2.0 levels. Like they had better movement. And like, but they just use the same basic ROP top block design without any air deco and the like. And I was always like, why aren't these getting rated? I hate this community. I'm leaving GD. And like, I did the stupid trope of like uploading a level saying I'm quitting GD and all that stuff. And I was like in tears. Literally later that day, I'm just like, well, I'm bored. I guess I'm playing GD again.
Oh my gosh. Sometimes that
That's
can
how it works.
Yeah,
Sometimes
sometimes...
it always works. Like, I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm quitting. And then within like a week, I'll already be back. Like, I just...
Yeah.
It's one of those things where like, I will feel like I want to stop playing, but then when I do stop playing, I eventually am like, wait, I feel bored. I want to play GD again.
Yeah, that's kind of what I kind of like sometimes do, is like I want to quit GD because like I just can't be asked playing the game anymore, and then I'm like a week later it's like, yeah, you know what, I feel like playing GD now.
Remember that one game you quit? Yeah, let's unquit for like the 5th time, because why not, you know?
I think it actually has been like the 3rd time. I'm genuinely being serious at this point. Like, it's been like the 3rd time since I quit. It's like been like the
I'm
3rd.
pretty sure yeah. For me, if you include breaks, I've done it like 3 or 4 times, although the 4th time is more of a quit from YouTube, not
like a break,
GD.
Yeah.
But I remember it was like I was quitting the first time due to the creating thing. The second time I think was not a quit, but was a break because I was getting bored of the game. And the 3rd time was me taking a break from YouTube because I was getting pretty stressed out due to outside stuff, such as like relationship issues and the like.
Yeah. Okay, see, I guess that's kind of it now, actually, because I haven't really got any more questions. So I just wanted to say thanks for coming on, I guess, and just dropping by and saying hi. So I just wanted to thank you for that.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. If you have any follow-up questions, I'd be glad to do a second interview if you really want.
Yeah, maybe in like a couple months or so. After this video potentially has settled and you might be like a little bit more popular. Yeah, it'd be pretty cool to eventually do another one.
I guess I could add some stuff in terms of like memorable stuff I remember from my career, if you want. Because
at some point in the next interview, potentially, if there is another one.
Alright.
So, thank you.
No problem.
Okay, bye.
Bye.